Sean Payton, head coach of the New Orleans Saints. What's with this Saints happy cast? This has to be the worst Saints podcast in the world. Ralph can't say anyone's name right. Andrew doesn't know football. Everyone has a hard time listening to Dave. And is Kevin even there tonight? The audio with this podcast, my God, the audio, it's painful.
Oh, goodness! Fire up the breaking news siren! It has happened. All my dreams have come true. I never, for a minute, gave up hope that it would happen. You mocked me. You said it was a pipe dream, and it has happened. Jadeveon Clowney.
You're gonna jinx it, man.
What are you talking about?
It's gonna be
It
a
hasn't
Saint.
happened yet.
No,
It's happened. Nader something. I don't want to butcher his name. He broke the news. 1 year, $10 million. It's going to happen on Monday. That's why we're having this live stream. Don't you
You're
ruin
jinxing
my
it, man.
joy. I'm not
know.
jinxing anything.
Who is this guy?
Nate,
Who is this?
Andrew,
who is
say
this
his
guy?
name.
You
I
know,
don't
you know
wanna
what you're doing right now? You're Sean Payton doing skull and strutting
Right.
up and down the
Right.
sideline against the Minnesota
Totally.
Vikings in the playoffs 2 years
Totally.
ago. That's you right now, Ralph.
Yeah.
I
That
just
is
want
not,
you to know that.
that is not accurate.
Accurate AF.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so pumped though. Like, this is so perfect for the start of the season. Like, I cannot imagine a better scenario. So I hope it's true. I mean, I'm not saying I don't believe it is. I'm just like, I just want it to happen officially. I want that picture.
Here-
I want the Saints tweeting it out. I want him, at the desk signing the thing. And until that happens, Ralph, like, don't jinx it.
The Saints have $7 million in cap space, Dave. They're working on an extension with Kamara. If they can get Clowney and Kamara to both sign on Monday, is that Mickey Loomis? Is that his Mona Lisa? Is that his Sistine Chapel?
That what? That he signs Clowney and Kamara on the same day?
On Monday, yeah.
Did Nick Underhill tweet out Jadeveon Clowney's contract does not affect Alvin Kamara's contract? Jadeveon Clowney's contract does not affect Alvin Kamara's
yet.
contract. Jadeveon Clowney's contract does not affect Alvin Kamara's contract.
I think you need to say it once more.
Raymond
Jadeveon
says
Clowney's
motion to
contract
have
does not
Ralph
affect
win the
Alvin Kamara's
UDFA
contract.
competition for keeping this dream alive. Or like,
Look, I'm not going to get excited about this yet. He is the only.
How can you not? How can you not,
This
though?
is the only. Has somebody else corroborated? Has anybody else fact checked this? What's going on?
I mean, Ralph is turning this into a dance party.
I don't care. You people cannot ruin my fun. Even if he's signing. If you listen, here's the thing with Clowney. Cleveland offered him $17 million for 4 years. Seattle offered him $15 million for 3. Tennessee offered him like 2 years, 30. He keeps telling them no. Like he wants something other than money, man. He wants to go win a ring or whatever, man. If he wanted money, he'd be a Brown, but he knows that Cleveland is a cesspool disaster and no one wants to go to Cleveland, so he rejected them.
Yes, nobody wants to go to Cleveland, but you're just providing more reasons why this report seems suspect. Like, this can't be
Well,
real.
Diana Rossini tweeted between the Saints and the Titans.
That's a lot different than this other guy Nadir or whatever saying they're just hashing out a couple of details and it's like.
Yeah, but Diana Rossini just said it, and he's been on this for months, man. Now you got to give him credit. Now he's been on this.
Yes.
And he says he's got a source that's talking to the actual player, and he's doubled down. He's saying Monday 1 year,
done.
$10 million. He's going to the Saints. It's a done deal. And I mean, it's things can change. That's the thing. Like that's probably true in the here and now. I believe him. The only thing that makes me nervous for Nadir is like, what if, until you sign on the dotted line, what if you have a change of heart? What if the Titans come and promise something, or say something that changes his mind. So until a player signs, it's not done. But he's been on this since the beginning. He's been saying this for months.
I got the Clowney jersey on order. I got it on order.
You've already ordered it, haven't you? You fucking idiot.
Here's the thing.
But even him, like Diana Rossini, there's been other legit.
Diana Rossini's number one in Saints power rankings for news.
And they have said the Saints are putting a full court press on getting Clowney. So if it doesn't happen, it's like it's 50-50 at worst. Right?
I could see him going to the Titans, though.
Why? Why would you go to Tennessee? It's cold.
You know why he's gonna go to Tennessee,
it's cold.
Ralph?
It's not
because
cold.
He's gonna go because you fucking jinxed it.
No, I didn't.
With all your dancing and all your techno and all your bragging. All right, but seriously, it's hard to contain my excitement. Dude, consider this seriously. Think about this for a second. If he signs on Monday, the Saints' defensive line is so ridiculous that Mario Edwards is probably going to lose his job. Trey Hendrickson probably isn't going to get any snaps. That's how ridiculous this gets.
Doesn't bode well for my adopted son, Malcolm Roach, this year, I guess, huh?
He went from a decent shot to making the team at about 5'15" to no shot.
Joshua Ford says this feels like Sue and System Corner all over again.
Well, no. The thing with Sue was...
I think they're doing this to make up for the bad news, the bad Kamara news. I think they're just trying to change the media.
What if both happen though on Monday? Kamara signs the extension and they sign Clowney.
Here's the thing. I had a dream. They're
doing this to let you down for Kamara being traded. They're going to be like, yeah, sorry we traded Kamara, but hey, we got Clowney, and Ralph will be like, oh, okay, that's fair. That's exactly why they're doing
it. I don't know, man.
They're doing this just to appease you when they trade Kamara.
Man, they used to call me Saint Ralph of Doom. Man, you're killing my buzz tonight, Dave. Killing it.
Clowney is a sacrifice to the Kamara gods.
The thing is, I think the difference between Clowney and Sue, and I've said it all the time, Sue, his entire career, has been a mercenary. He's gone for the money. Clowney wanted the money. It fell apart. And Clowney, this was going to be his MO all along, Andrew. Like, he hates training camp. Like, this was going to be his MO.
He does, yeah.
Of, I'm going to sign Monday, week 1. I ain't going to camp. I ain't practicing shit. Like, that was...
Yeah, you guys let me know when football season's here.
Yeah.
I'll see you after training camp.
Less than 10 days.
I'm not doing all those COVID tests. I'm not learning the playbook. You just let me know when football season's here. You line me up against a tackle, and I'll go rush the passer.
Yes.
It ain't that hard. That's what Clowney's saying. But, I mean, my God, man, your rotation is Cam Jordan, Marcus Davenport, and Jadeveon Clowney. I mean, think about that.
Sick.
And then you got David Onyemata, Malcolm Brown, Sheldon Rankins. Carl Granderson.
I mean, I don't think the 2000 Saints with their 66 sacks are in jeopardy, Andrew, but this they're going to murder teams. And it's going to start.
I was already excited about the defense. I mean, in a way, thank God Clowney wasn't in training camp for the Saints, because as much as the defense was dominating, if they had Clowney on top of that,
we'd be worried.
Drew Brees would have broken both of his thumbs.
It's so. Is this more, Dave? Is this more fun than the Emmanuel Sanders signing on a Friday night?
Yeah. It is.
Is it better than the draft?
Just because we're so close, it's not as good.
The draft
as far
was
as like
amazing.
podcasts, go,
the draft was amazing.
That we had two the night we did the 2 back-to-back podcasts. Was that the second night of the draft?
Did we do? I think we did 3, right? Because we did Ruiz,
and
then we did Vaughn.
Yeah,
and I packed it up, and I was like, okay, they traded up to get Vaughn, and it's time for bed. And then I was literally half asleep, and I was like they traded up to get Troutman, and we had to do a 3rd live stream. So that may top this, just because when you do 3 live streams in one night. But this is amazing. This is for me. I feel like my year has been awful. Everybody knows family issues and terrible. I just needed this little bit of joy, and it finally happened.
Yeah,
and I'm just
you're jinxing this, man.
I'm not.
You're jinxing it.
I'm not jinxing. Dome Patrol 3000. We need a nickname for the defensive line.
Should we start the techno party again?
You mean this?
I mean, I feel like you've earned this, Ralph. You've earned this moment.
What is this?
I don't know. I just typed in hallelujah on YouTube, and it was the first thing that came up, so I ripped it.
It does kind of sound like monks.
It's like monks.
Like techno monks.
This music is really stressing me out. I'm watching the Islanders Flyers are in overtime.
Yeah.
In game 6 here.
Yeah. See, you think, oh, where do I go for my serious Saints news? Where do I go for the analysis? But I need more. I need it to be a European dance party. Saints Happy Hour fan club is where we're at.
Yes. This is like a Barcelona nightclub.
Yeah. The funny thing is that'll get copyright infringement for YouTube. The poop song got
poop in my fingernails. Poop in my
fingernails.
Do they
Copyright
contact you
infringement.
for singing
But
it?
Take it to the top. Never ever does.
No, I think you're good singing it. Especially if
use.
you're the one singing it, Dave.
Free
It'll
use,
never
baby.
get flagged.
But Andrew, what does this...
Dylan is jinxing it even worse. He's all in on the 19-0 train here. I mean, he just keeps typing 19-0 over and over again. I mean,
yeah. Lock Tamer says I'm not hyped enough. I'm not hyped. I am only half paying attention to this podcast. I'm watching the Islanders game here.
Are they winning?
Well, no, it's tied. It's in overtime. There's 3 minutes left in overtime. If
they
they
play
win,
until
they're going to
people
the
die or
conference
they
finals.
score a
I'm
goal,
like,
right? In hockey, right?
And if they lose, is it game 7 or what?
If they lose, it's game 7. But we haven't gone to the Eastern Conference Finals since '93. Ralph will remember that as the Pierre Turgeon, Darius Kasparaitis, Steve Thomas days.
All right.
Anyway,
who cares about hockey?
I gave up hockey when the Rangers won.
I'm gonna make people. I'm gonna get some people. We're gonna bring hockey back to Southern Louisiana.
Ralph, are you going to? Is your excitement now going to take away the sting of the signing on Monday? Like, are you going to be less excited Monday because you're just letting out all of your excitement now?
I mean, no, because they'll do Kamara too, and I'll just rub it in all the Saints.
If they sign Clowney and Kamara on Monday, you could expect a massive COVID outbreak on fucking Thursday.
Somebody in the chat,
end
yeah,
the whole fucking season.
Yeah.
I mean, I just love it rubbing.
But at least we'll have that moment. At least
and then we'll be on the hook for Clowney's contract too. That'll go against next year's cap and fuck us even more.
You know what? And
dude, I want to know who the guy is that was on Twitter. And if you're in the chat, and you know who it is, just type the name. There was some legit media national guy that was basically saying, you see, you give Taysom Hill all that money and you can't afford Kamara. I can't remember who the guy was, but just the middle finger that Loomis Math would give to that guy by signing Clowney and Kamara and going full YOLO on the same day.
Here's my favorite part about Saints Twitter, and this is from Black and Gold Review. They said the Saints signed Clowney, and the NFL experts and cap people are like, what? And every Saints fan is like, oh yeah, that's voidable years inside of voidable years inside of voidable years inside a dollhouse. We just know, Loomis
it's a Russian nesting doll.
Yeah, it's a Russian nesting doll. Dude, they signed Dave's boy Nick Fairley in 2016 when they had $8.50, and they did a voidable year inside a voidable year, and we were like, what? And now we're just used to it. I mean, Here's the thing, Andrew.
Did you see the report that Loomis is already hitting up half the roster, seeing how he can restructure their deals to make this fit?
Cam Jordan, the voicemail from Mickey Loomis is, hey Cam, Mickey Loomis here. Text me back. I want to renegotiate your deal.
I love the tweets of Cap Hell that say that it's salary cap might be 175 million, and the Saints are currently at 250. So it's insurmountable. And Mickey Loomis is like, "Oh yeah, you think that's insurmountable? I'm about to extend Kamara and add Clowney. With phantom years."
I like the Falcoholic. He typed, most teams didn't factor in a pandemic in their salary cap plans. The Saints counted on it. The end of the world. Like
it is. There's gonna be. That's what I'm saying. There is gonna be some kind of bailout. There is going to be some kind of. I'm dead serious.
Loomis knows it too.
Yeah, there is going to be some kind of relief for these teams. And it'll be even and fair for all teams. So it's not like the Saints will be ahead of some teams that's got tons of salary cap space. But it's just I just refuse to believe that it's going to be as bad as it currently stands. And I don't know whether what do you do? Can the NFL just play hardball and renegotiate their television contract and say, guess what, you're paying us double?
I don't know, maybe.
Otherwise,
I guess it would depend on that's what I think is going to happen. I think the TV contracts are going to come in. They're going to get those done, and they're going to be ridiculous and smooth it out. But here's the thing that I want to ask people in the chat room. What could the Saints have done this year that's more YOLO than signing Jadeveon Clowney? And I ask that as a serious question,
and
not knowing the answer.
For Troutman, don't forget that.
Yeah, but what could be more YOLO than getting Clowney? What would have been the move?
Nothing. At this stage, nothing.
No, all the whole offseason. What could they have done that would have been more YOLO than getting Clowney? I can't think of it. You got Sanders.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Who is the best free agent in this class?
I guess they could have a linebacker maybe, but they got Sanders, who's everybody. That was our dream signing for offense, and they got Clowney. What's another YOLO move? Oh, they could have traded for Hopkins. Fredo says.
Yeah. That would have been pretty YOLO. Man, that's a good question. It's just interesting because what a crazy 48 hours it's been. If you just think about, we really felt in hindsight, I'm kind of embarrassed that I was so reactionary about Kamara, but I really thought he was done.
Well, no, though. Everything
when
said that.
Oh my God, we're going to double overtime. I can't take this.
So I really thought Kamara was gone, and fast forward 48 hours later, the Bucs signed Fournette, and so all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, things aren't resolved with Kamara. Fournette's going to the Bucs. This is looking worse by the minute, and now the Saints are about to one up the Bucs and get an even better player. At this stage of free agency, which is just insane. But what a crazy 48 hours it's been.
Yeah, it is.
Saints fan.
Somebody said they could have brought back Ingram. That would have been YOLO too. But this is what we've been dying for.
Yeah, screw it. Let's sign Earl Thomas too. Let's cat him off.
But this is what we've been asking for since 2017. Basically, we're like, Drew Brees is old, go YOLO. They didn't in 2018. They didn't in 2019. They went YOLO. They've given us everything we could possibly want out of an offseason. It may not work out, but this has been we've had a fun. It's been an amazing free agency period with the Saints. This defensive line, Andrew, look, you got – of all the people, there's going to be one guy that's just going to be random and is – you remember in 2000, Willie Whitehead had 6.5 sacks on that team. They had 66 sacks. They just ran – Willie Whitehead never got 6.5 sacks again. But it's just a random dude just getting 6.5. Who on the defensive line would be the most random guy to just drop 7.5 sacks when you mix in Clowney to it?
Onyemata.
Wouldn't be bad. That would make me so happy because they locked him up for 3 more years, and I'm still an Onyemata stan. So how do you think they're going to play Clowney? Are they going to move him all over? Is he just going to be in? Like, you're going to have to do a tape. You're going to have to do film breakdown, right, Andrew?
Dude, they're going to have a Jaguar package that's going to be Rankins, Jordan, Clowney, and Davenport, and they're just going to move those guys around. And on 3rd and 10 and you're a quarterback, that's what's coming after you. Holy shit, Ralph.
Oh, and by the way, this podcast, if you're on the live stream, you got to hear it for free. But if you're not a patron, you should be a patron because you get Andrew's write-up. He'll do a write-up of breaking down Clowney. That'll be awesome. People are getting excited. They know this is the best Saints podcast in the world. Sign up. You get the booze bundle. You get the podcast ad-free. You get to get in the Discord channel, which we will be ridiculous tomorrow. We talked about if the Saints should sign Dave Chappelle today and just have him insult the other team's kicker in a silent stadium. And that string went on for about an hour. It was amazing. Become a patron. I'm just saying.
We got 63 people up in the live chat tonight.
Look.
It's got to be like some kind of record.
They've got the Clowney fever, man.
I mean, I couldn't possibly. The only thing that tempers my excitement a little bit is because we can't go to the game. We can't go to the Bucs game. But as far as excitement 10 days out before a season, Andrew, where does it rank as far as being excited and believing in a Saints team? Where does it rank for you all time?
Well, they got to get Kamara happy. And this Clowney thing, as much as you seem convinced it's 100% locked in.
You made the title of this podcast, The Saints Got Jadeveon Clowney.
That sounds awfully official. Which I don't blame you, Ralph likes to be clickbaity, but assuming those things actually happen, which I think they will. I think both of them will. I feel great about this year. COVID makes things weird. I'll say it again, and I don't want to kind of play the doomsday scenario, but I expect weird things to happen, and they could happen to anyone. So every team's exposed to the realities of COVID this year, and it could blow up any locker room. But as we stand here today, looking at the roster top to bottom, there is no team in the NFL better without Clowney. And you add Clowney to the mix, he is a fantastic player. So this isn't some old washed up guy. This is a significant, talented player being added to an already extremely talented team. Maybe the most talented.
Here's the thing, Dave. It's fucking official. I just banged the gavel. How about that? So, I mean,
from your mouth to God's ears, I guess.
I love this because the thing is, listen, for some of us, it's been a miserable year. And we've had loss of family members and all that. But besides that, it was just, are we going to have sports? Are we going to have football? And for those of you like us that love Saints football, that get wrapped up in it, to just have this to get us going right before most of us are going to have our fantasy drafts this weekend. You got football a week from today. You got an NFL game. Just fires us up and makes us realize we love this thing. We love this Saints team. And look, Andrew, the more I think about it, it's not that surprising. You knew the Saints had shown restraint the last 3 years, right? They didn't go for Malcolm Butler. They drafted Awesome in 2017. They added Demario Davis. They shopped in the middle class. But you knew deep in his heart, Mickey Loomis wanted to go YOLO one last time with Drew Brees. And this was it. Should we really be surprised that the Saints did this?
Do you see how they draft? No way. It's totally expected. I'm not surprised. I'm just, I don't want to get myself too excited about stuff for it not to happen. But look, man, again, if this happens, and It's like you said. I'm a 10 out of 10 excited for this football season because I need this. I think we all, everybody listening, all the 60 people in the chat, and all of our patrons, and
61,
all Saints fans,
63?
like we need this. We need this, and so I'll take football in any form. I'll take it however it's going to come to me. But if you're a Saints fan and you're not excited about the season based on what this roster looks like, I don't know what to tell you. You're not living.
And the thing is, Dave, you only have a certain window as a sports fan where your team is so good that you can pull this off, right? You know, Clowney, he was only thinking of the Saints and Tennessee. Like, he isn't going to the Bengals or a shitty team. Like, you only have a certain window where you have this sort of currency, or I don't even know what to call it, because it's not cap space, right? It's just sort of an elite, like, I don't know what you would call it, football privilege, where you can, like, throw it around and, like, get these players to to play for less money to try to win a ring. So for you, you know, you've been a Saints fan since 2006. Is this as excited as you've ever been?
Well, I have not been I've been a Saints fan since like 2002.
Okay, so you experienced the Hazlitt years.
Yes, I was definitely around for the Hazlitt years.
You weren't around for the playoff win in 2000?
No, that was before. I was here in New Orleans, but I just hadn't really.
You weren't hooked yet.
Yeah, I hadn't caught on yet. Is this the? Yeah, I was trying to think of, like, there was one other season. I don't remember what year was it where everybody picked us to win the Super Bowl.
2014.
That was when we signed Jarvis Bird, right?
Yeah.
That off
We were
season.
pretty pumped for that.
I mean, we've got recency bias because we're sitting here right now. And
Yeah,
we're all excited
totally.
about Clowney and potentially Clowney and Kamara and all that. But you've got to remember how you were feeling in 2014. I sure would like for you to pull up the podcast from the
You
first
should.
week of September.
I wish you could, right?
In 2014, because I'm
I was sitting at the Greenbrier telling Ralph, "Oh man, Jimmy Graham's making all these plays."
Yeah.
Jarvis
FYI, San Francisco is going to stay at the Greenbrier during the year, so you can just pencil them in for a disaster of a season.
But on a serious note, on paper, it may very well be the best team and the most talented team and the deepest team that the Saints have had, maybe ever. But
They did say that about the Browns last year.
Yes, I know. But your question was about my excitement level, and I've got to admit it's tempered just because. God, why does this have to be the COVID? No, but why does this have to be the COVID season? It's like Ralph said. It's like, yeah, we're gonna have this great team, and we're not even gonna get to go to the games. It's gonna feel a little bit different.
Yeah,
having to watch all the games.
We might get to go to some games. We'll talk about that Sunday night.
And hopefully, everything stays under control, and teams don't have to deal with the whole outbreak of COVID that makes that where there's game cancellations and that kind of stuff. So I'm just kind of in a wait and see mode because if they wind up playing a full regular season and then
Dave,
then this will be great. But I don't know.
I gotta do what you tell me to do.
Excited.
I gotta pump the hotline.
The hotline. Oh, you should be calling tonight. Tell us how you feel about Clowney getting signed.
Yeah,
Maybe,
Clowney.
possibly.
Call 210-595-0818. 30 to 60 seconds. How
Nobody
does
will
the
answer.
Saints
We promise
signing
nobody's going to
Clowney
answer.
make you feel?
Don't have to actually talk to anybody.
No, it's amazing. So.
Can you say the number again slowly so someone can actually do it?
210-595-0818. Leave a 30 to 60 second message. We'll play the funniest ones Sunday night. And oh, by the way, if you are a patron and you are in the Saints Happy Hour fantasy leagues, the drafts are this weekend. Remember, or set to auto draft. And remember, the auction draft is Sunday morning, and I will be completely irresponsible and make bad decisions. It will be a delight. So
it's not, so it seems like a few people have come in late. They're asking what's going on with Clowney, Kayla, and
Seriously?
a couple others. So anyway, Clowney has not officially signed yet.
Nope. The title of this podcast. Nope. Ralph says the Saints.
A very misleading headline. Yeah. But well, there's some media that says it's a done deal. He's going to sign with the Saints on Monday.
There's one person. No. Let's stick to the facts here. There is one person in the local media who does he work for?
I don't know.
He doesn't have a job. Okay, there's one fired person from the local media.
I hope he comes at you on Twitter. I really do.
I hope he comes at you. I believe in you,
on
Nader.
Monday, he's going to be like, what
Nader,
do you say now?
I believe in you. But let me tell you something, Nader. If it falls through, you're excommunicated from Saints Twitter forever. You're like the villain in Superman.
Happen. It's gonna happen. And just so you know, Dave's Twitter handle is @2LaneShop. So make sure you come after him hot.
Drag him.
But drag him. But so it's not official yet, but it's been confirmed by national media that it's down to the Titans and Saints, and the Saints are going all in for full court press. So I think right now there are reasons to be very optimistic.
Dave, you are the Clowney Grinch. Why do you hate our happiness? Maybe you should worry about our happiness more and the Islanders less. You ever think about that?
Nasty soul.
So
that's definitely getting flagged by YouTube.
I have to do it.
Made of unwashed socks.
I have to do it before we get out of here.
They won't even bring him to camp. He looks like a star of the day for the Saints.
That would be Jadeveon Clowney, star of the day for the Saints. Guys, it's happening. Don't believe Dave's negativity. It's happening.
I would touch you with a 49.5-foot pole.
So, should I play this on the way out? I think I should. So, thanks for joining us. If you're not a patron and you listen to this live stream, become a patron. We are the best Saints podcast on earth. The last 35 minutes proved it. So, for Andrew, for Dave, I'm Ralph. I was right. They signed Clowney. It's happening. I've never been this happy in my entire life. We will see you again tomorrow.
I like this for outro music. This works for outro music.
Yeah. Give us the Ralph Shuffle, man.
We gotta get on Facebook.
That's so good.